about all the good that is in sport and everything else that happens on a nightly basis when you get down to the brass tacks of the entertainment value of it all. Something negative happened tonight. Not that it was anybody's fault, and not that it was it was handled incorrectly. I think it finally got handled correctly by the NFL. Bill's safety, Damar Hanlin, he's now in critical condition in a hospital following a tackle. Game versus the Bills and the Bengals, made a tackle. He stood up, fell down. Ambulance got on the field. They resuscitated him, shipped him out. They took a while to decide. The players all left the field. The NFL took a while to decide what they were going to do, whether they're going to continue the game or not. To me, it's an absolute no-brainer that they couldn't continue the game. When one of your brothers and teammates, everything else goes down in that kind of situation, I don't think it's even an option. This isn't like the WWF a few years ago when Owen Hart passed away, where Vince McMahon decided to keep the show going that night. This was something that had to stop, and you hear people complaining. Yeah, we'll get the negative part of things this early in the year, but you heard, I was reading on the Twitter machine as we were just before we're going on air, people were complaining about their fantasy pools and the like, about what they're going to do with this game. The game is so secondary. At the end of the day, this is for entertainment purposes only. And if something can't happen, it's just like a movie getting canceled. This guy's life and the psyche of his teammates is much more important.
100%. From what I read on the Twitter machine is that the NFL, like after the ambulance left, the NFL said, "Okay, boys, start getting ready," and both coaches said, "Absolutely not." Like if it wasn't for the coaches standing up to the NFL, they might be playing again right now. It's how heartbreaking. Like I've been on the field of play when guys have gone down with concussions and hurt bad and broken bones. It rattles you. It really does rattle you as a player. And this Hamlin kid is fighting for his life right now. I pray that he pulls through, but it's
And
to
like,
to,
oh,
to
sorry,
see
Dave.
to see a brother in arms, like not even like just the Bills, like for the Bengals as well. When they see that, like Jesus, that could be me, and that's tough. That's tough to deal with, and I feel for. I hope like the Hamlin family seems like a really good guy too. I hope that he pulls through and this is going to be hard for the Bills and for the Bengals to get over. And you can't just shake it off, warm up, and continue a football game.
No, it's quite crazy because football's that sport where it's all family team, and they talk about you do it for your brother and everything else. And for the NFL to come out and say you're playing, fuck you. Because to talk out of both sides of their mouth how the athletes are the most important, it's not. And we know it's a money-driven league. Well, every sport is. I mean, it's all about the cash. But it's like you said, how the coaches basically said we're not doing this, and the players, I think, to a man, they would have said we're not doing this either because you're just asking for more injuries. And we talked about a few weeks ago how these guys are such highly tuned athletes and how they're just machines, and especially a safety. They can run like the wind, can do it all, jump and run like no one's business. And for him to go down like that's got to be something else. Because I'm sure the game day physicals, the game week physicals, for them to be allowed on the field are second to none. And for this to happen completely unexpected, and to expect the guys to go out there and play later on, that's pretty ridiculous.
It is. And I'm looking for it right now. Like I mentioned, we got home from Montana not kind of late, and so we got shit to do. And I hadn't even started watching football yet, and I followed and saw the news about Damar like just 5 minutes before coming on with you here. And that fucking ass crack Bayless said something. How can the NFL, I don't want to misquote him because that asshole can put his foot in his mouth all by himself without me helping him. But it just bothers me how someone like him is just always looking for clickbait and trying to say the thing. And I'm just saying what everybody's thinking. No, you're not. You're a fucking asshole that all they care about is clickbait. So this is what he said. Oh, Jesus, I just had it. Sorry.
It's
Fucking
okay.
I hit the wrong
No,
button.
Skip Bayless has been well past his prime. I remember him when he used to host for Jim Rome back in the day when Rome went on vacation. And I used to quite like Skip Bayless, but now everything seems to be about clicks and about reactions and not about. I don't think anybody could be that blind or that deaf to the situations that go on. I honestly think he does it for guys like me to talk about, guys like you to talk about on not so much on podcasts, but on a daily basis. So you tune in just to see what might be next. I remember a few weeks back, Jim Fan the Van, they were talking with him and Shannon Sharp took his glasses off. He was going to he was going to beat Skip up. And I thought he was too. And it was quite funny the way that Jim broke it down on that episode that he had 3-4 weeks ago when they were talking about Tom Brady, the jealousy that Shannon Sharp had to Tom Brady. Remember that? And,
Yeah,
and Skip Bayless, I honestly, there's no way he believes what he says. There's no way.
you can't, and that's the thing. Like he was disparaging Shannon Sharp's career. He's like, I'm a fucking Hall of Famer. Well, he obviously didn't like you're talking to a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And what he said tonight, Bayless, no doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game. But how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. Like he wants him to play this game. Like how can they postpone it? Like there's a young man fighting for his life, like his teammates. Like how can they play it? Like you piece of filth. Oh, I can't stand that guy.
Yeah, he's quite awful, and I don't know why he's still on the four-letter network there at ESPN the whole bit. I mean, it must be
I think
rating
he's FX1, I think.
or
I think he's
FS1,
with
whatever it
Fox.
is.
Yeah.
But still, it's a thing. Like you wonder how, because in general, I don't think sports fans are that mute to the situation. And the athletes, we kind of hold them at a higher level and the like. And we do. We do actually, they become not family, but they become part of your inner vernacular, I guess, where when things like this happen to me, you get a little concerned. You're like, you know what, it is just a game, it is just a sport. I still got to go to work in the morning, you got to go to work in the morning, whatever else. It's just entertainment at the end of the day. And for Bayless to be saying things like this, yes, I kind of understand what he's saying about how are they going to get this game in, because the game actually is going to mean something in the standings. It doesn't mean anything in life in general, but there is some things that this game does mean to the NFL season and to the gambling people and everything else. Like how they're going to get it is a mystery to me. They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. They always do.
Yeah, like I don't know. And then also too, it's a short week already. All the games are on, and I don't know why is that. Why are all the games on Saturday this week, not Sunday?
There's a few Saturday and a few Sunday, I think.
No, I think they're all on Saturday because well, no, I lied. Some on Saturday, some on Sunday. Jesus, I got to get with it.
Yeah, once college football is done, basically they take over Saturdays as well. The NFL does, and they say, okay, we're gonna have games Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. They play Tuesday. They'll play fucking Tuesday if they could in the NFL.
Yeah. And then when's the national championship game?
Monday night, next Monday.
The 9th.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because all NFL games all end next Sunday. The season ends next Sunday.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay.
Anyways, the 1420 podcast happened to be teamed up with Manscaped. 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year from our friends over at Manscaped. The ball has officially dropped, but that doesn't mean you have to drop the ball on your balls in 2023. Whether you had a New Year's kiss or not, the leaders in below-the-waist grooming have you covered for your much-needed resolution of bringing sexy back. Join the 7 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with our exclusive offer. Go to manscaped.com or .ca and use promo code 1420SCAPE for 20% off and free shipping. Let us have a toast for a new year, new you, and a new you with no pubes. Anyways, Dave, 1420 Sports Bar Podcast, 4 beer sports talk, and a whole lot more.
It's like you didn't even read it. Happy New Year, everybody.
I read that 100%.